Excitement you've brought to us showing these tracks. Yamaha of Troy's Stefan Roncada at the gate. Quite a few riders between him and 199 Travis Pastrana.
I like where Travis is lined up. I would personally be more to the inside than Roncada is. Travis is in good position. He's been great at the gate lately. See if he can do it again.
Moto number 1 is underway from Delmont, Pennsylvania, with the championship on the line. A great start by Pastrana on the inside. Pastrana's also got a buddy going right with him, and it looks like Jessamine, I think. Yes, Jessamine just moving into second place. Craig Albertine just gave up his number 1 plate to Ricky Carmichael at the 250s, cheering his Suzuki teammate on. Pastrana is right where he wants to be. Where's Roncada? Well, Roncada's about, right now, about 10th.
I thought they may be him in third, but that's his look-alike teammate, Fonseca, who looked like he may have had second there for a moment. But it was a good thing, I think, for Travis to be able to look back and see his friend and Suzuki teammate.
Brandon Jessamine just coming off a 10th place. He got a whole shot in the first moto of the last race. The 199 now is just trying to peel away from everybody else. He trails Stefan Roncada by a mere 6 points. A win is worth 3 points over second place. Roncada's got his work cut out for him.
Well, just like Travis had talked about in his interview, saying if he were in mid-pack having to catch up to Roncada, it'd be tough to do. That's what Roncada's faced with right now. There he is, pulling a tearaway, already having trouble with vision.
Stefan Roncada with Nick Way trying to pass and move up the ladder. He knows what he has to do, but what about his teammate Fonseca? He's in kind of a go-between situation.
I've been there before. You know, you got to ride for a title for somebody else, and you really don't know what to do. I mean, if he gets up there and pushes Pastrana, they could pull away from Roncada, so he doesn't really want to do that. And his teammate's coming up from behind. He better be coming up from behind. He knows he's just going to have to let him by later on, so it's really a weird place.
I think almost everyone had the title already awarded to Stefan Roncada when he was up by 41 points with 5 races to go. It was still 35-point lead with 3 races to go. And I'll tell you, there's one person that just didn't believe it, and that was Travis Pastrana himself.
Now things have even gotten worse. Look at the front wheel of Roncada's bike. He's collected a banner or something in there, and that's going to mess with his progress. See Kehoe right there, the team manager.
Eric Kehoe, he's been there before. Runner-up several times for the title in the 125 division. He does not, however, want to see number 26, Stefan Roncada, land in second place for the championship this year. We'll be right back with more 125 action. The Chevy Trucks AMA Motocross Series is brought to you by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. And by the world's most popular ATVs, Honda, best on earth. And by Suzuki, makers of innovative motorcycles and ATVs. Welcome back to our first 125 moto of the afternoon in the final round of the AMA 125 Championship. Stefan Roncada, number 26, is cutting his way as quick as he can up through the crowd. He's now in 6th place because his main rival for the championship coming down to this final race is Travis Pastrana, and he is way out in front.
I didn't notice any banners in the rear wheel of Roncada's bike the first time around, but he seems to have some now. And usually when you see that much stuff in the front wheel, it'll cause it to stop when he goes up in the air, but he's been lucky so far.
Roncada trying to put some heat on Nathan Ramsey of the Split Fire Pro Circuit team. And to the inside, Roncada. Bar to bar we go with Ramsey. Roncada has got the edge, and he moves up another spot.
Now he's riding aggressive right here. Watch this pass. He's got the awesome line. Ramsey's committed to the outside. Roncada can cut to the inside because he was able to cut that corner a little tighter. Makes up the time, controls the inside all the way down the hill for the pass.
So Roncada now up to 5th position, as out in front, Travis Pastrana is just cruising.
Look at that. Everything he's doing is right. He doesn't have to worry about pressure from Roncada right behind him. He's able to relax, ride his own race, ride to his potential, which lately has just been ridiculously fast.
Coming into this race with 3 overall consecutive victories, and he swept the last 2 of those. big deal to win those races, especially coming from behind, but the guy out in front psychologically has got to be thinking about you when you sweep an event. The Suzuki stopwatch. Jessamine only about 2.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's pretty close. I think the Suzuki people are going, hey, what are you doing?
Fonseca, and then number 715 is Ivan Tedesco, and he's had a good ride coming out of Binghamton, New York.
That's been his best race of the year, and he's backing it up here. We can just call him Tabasco. So he's finishing off the season hot. Yeah,
he didn't score a point till Unadilla, but he's been very consistent after that. Ivan Tedesco in fourth place, with Stefan Roncada trying to get the fourth. Let's check in with the mechanics area and Davey Coombs. Davey?
Guys, this is a terrible break for Stefan Roncada. You can see the banner stuck in both his front and back wheels. That happened on the first lap. Even though he's up to 5th place right now, it's going to be really hard for him with all the off-camera seals still sitting to control that bike. And if it gets in his brakes, he might be done.
Yeah, that hot plastic can get down in there and just ruin your brakes. You step on the rear brake, the front end doesn't do anything. And like Davey said, you've got to really use your brakes hard here. So it's messing with him. He knows it's there. He's trying to concentrate, but it's impossible.
Meanwhile, Tedesco is right in front of him. Number 26 now starting to pick up on the Honda rider. And off camber, always difficult. Tedesco has a little problem with it. Roncada just wasn't close enough to take advantage this time. As Roncada tries to get around Tedesco, let's go back to Davey.
Dan, we're watching Stefan. He's having a little trouble with Ivan Tedesco. But I want to ask you about those banners in his wheels. Does Stefan give you any indication whether or not that's bothering him?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. His entry speed into corners looks a little bit slower, so I don't think it's working 100%, but it's not worth pulling off where he's at. He seems to be doing all right.
Any indication of whether or not he's going to pull in and try and have you cut those out?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to want me to. No way. He's too far. He's too up front. It's not worth it.
Yeah, if he pulled off now, that could be the championship with the Team Suzuki's number 199 just dominating this race.
As it is right now, Travis just got to pick up the points lead unless Roncada can pick off a few more riders.
Brandon Jessamine on a Suzuki. He's riding shotgun right behind him. He's done a pretty good job keeping up with him.
He has. I'm surprised because Travis is setting a blistering pace, and Jessamine actually caught him a little bit. And I think it had to make Travis a little nervous, but I think they're just realizing, you know, this is just like having fun. They're just like when they were amateurs and out riding and practicing. This used to happen with myself and O'Mara all the time. It just help us to relax during the race.
Head of American Suzuki, Mel Harris. Looks just a little bit nervous.
Boy, wouldn't he like to get another title?
Second title in 2 years for American Suzuki.
Just about got a Supercross title this year too, Art. I mean, Suzuki is really starting to come around.
Plus, they've got plans to unveil brand new bikes for next year. Travis Pastrana continues to lead with Jessamine in second, Roncada in fifth. If the situation stays the same, we will have a new 125 points leader going into the final moto of the 2000 season. Stefan Roncada, number 26, with a difficult start. Ernesto Fonseca, his teammate, is in third. But it's Brandon Jessamine on a Suzuki in second. And the challenger to Roncada's points lead, Travis Pastrana, out in front.
You can see a little bit of panic in Roncada right there. He's starting to really take chances out on the track. Show that front wheel here and there with the risk of actually touching the back wheel of Tedesco and going down. He's applying the pressure. He's got to do everything he can to salvage these points. Otherwise, the second moto, even if he beats Travis, it won't matter.
Roncada with a 6-point lead coming into the race. If he gets up to second place, that means he would have only a 3-point lead going into the final moto of the year. Ivan Tedesco in fourth. He's riding for Plano Honda. Although their 18-wheeler in the pits might say factory team to some, in reality, the Plano Honda squad is backed by Steve Wagner, the owner of one of the largest single-line dealerships in the nation out of Plano, Texas.
Steve Wagner, the owner, sponsored Grayson Goodman last year in 1999 for the Supercross season and got his feet wet. And they were really into Goldwing and street bikes, and he got his taste of motocross by sponsoring Grayson, and decided he wanted to go to the next level and bring up his dirt bike sales, and so he did it in a big way.
in a big way indeed. To be competitive early on, Wagner went for experience and hired Kenny Watson and Wyatt Seals to run the team.
I've been in the industry a while, and I've been around, and of course Wyatt Seals has been around a long time too. And when we both sat down and talked about what we wanted to do, we knew impressions was one of the most important things. So we wanted to go out and hire a truck driver that did an awesome job keeping the truck clean. We wanted to hire top-notch mechanics because we know the motorcycles reflect on the riders and on the team. So we didn't want guys pushing their bikes off the track every moto. And we got fortunate that Mitch Payton committed to do our engines and our suspension, and they put an awesome package together, and they give us probably one of the best Hondas out on the track, and we couldn't ask for nothing more.
On the track, Paul Curry has had some great races in 2000, has thus solidified Plano Honda as one of the top satellite teams competing on the motocross circuit.
Paul Curry is doing awesome. I've known Paul Curry for about 5 years, and I used to manage Moto XXX, and Paul Curry rode for me in 1998, and he did an okay job, but you know, I always seen the potential the kid had. He's a hard worker, he comes from a great family, and it was between him and another rider when it came down to it, and I was pushing for Paul Curry the whole way because I knew his work ethic, and I knew how hard he trained and how hard he wanted it. And you know, you could look at somebody and you could see how bad they want it, and that was one kid that had fire in his eyes, and he just needed the opportunity. And you know, fortunately Plano Honda gave it to him, and he's, you know, showing us that he deserves everything that he's gotten.
With Curry's success in motocross and Yuri Dostal's fourth in the West Coast Supercross Series earlier this year, Plano Honda's simple philosophy has proven to be very successful.
It's like it comes down to preparation and preparing, and it all reflects on the team again, you know. So it's been a long road this year, and it's paying off so far, and you know, we're just looking for bigger and better things in the future.
Meanwhile, out in front, Travis Pastrana continues to ride so smoothly and fast. I just love the way he decides to wheel some of these mounds of dirt.
They're like jumps, you know, and he can wheelie anything. His balance, his height, that really helps, but the way he stands over the bike and grips it with his knees, he can wheelie through just about any section of whoop. We saw that at Washougal. He wheeled the whole section. Great control out there.
He's won the last 5 consecutive motos, looking at number 6 right now, taking that 35-point lead of Stefan Roncada's down to 6.
See, Travis is starting to open up just a little bit of a lead over Jessamine now. You know, Travis is just hoping that Jessamine has the race of his season right here and holds Roncada back. That'd be 5 points that he picked up in this moto if that happens.
That would be a difference of only 1 point going into the final moto. This is definitely one of the closest races in 125 history. One time, and only one time, has a 125 title been decided by only 1 point. That was in 1990 when Guy Cooper on a Suzuki beat Mike Kudrowski by that single margin. Right now, Roncada makes the move on Tedesco. So he's up 1 more notch. But Pastrana is just simply pulling away with great speed.
Well, Roncada seems to be unaffected now, or has gotten used to the idea. He's got banners in his wheel. Watch him, he jumps down the hill here, goes into the corner hard. He looks over just to make sure he's clear of Tedesco. And you can't go down that hill that fast without brakes and still make the corner the way he did. So he seems to be doing all right now with the bike.
Stefan Roncada up to 4th place. He's got a teammate in 3rd.
Thinking that teammate's going to get the heck out of the way here in a moment. If he doesn't, he may not be a teammate anymore.
Incidentally, the second closest 125 points race at the end of the year was Mike Kudrowski once again, but this time Mike beat Bradshaw by 3 points. That was in '89.
I'll tell you what impresses me, though, about this title and what's happening here is how far behind Travis was not long ago. I mean, I can't remember a comeback quite like this. Of course, Emig was able to catch Larocco, but that was mechanical failure that assisted him there. This is just sheer Travis winning all the motos. It's incredible.
Yeah, when you look at Roncada's sheet, he hasn't ridden all that poorly, except for the 10th place in Troy.
He's going to have to ride the race of his life here. He's got a teammate to get around next. That shouldn't be too tough. Fonseca's going to get a signal board here in a minute, and I can pretty much tell you what it's going to say.
How is he going to put it?
Move over. Now they'll let him know that Roncada's back there, and he probably already does.
Fonseca's been riding much better lately. Looks like he's getting adjusted to the longer outdoor tracks here in America, coming off the shorter tracks of Costa Rica. But Roncada now approaches the Yamaha of Troy teammate Ernesto Fonseca from Costa Rica.
See the Yamaha of Troy guys on the side of the track right there going, come on guys, work together, let's get this title. See Fonseca look back, he knows what's going on. He's not going to move over in a way that slows down Roncada's progress. He just lets him have the line. Now he'll ride shotgun for him.
No foreigner has ever taken a 125 title. Right now, Roncada's trying for it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Steel City. Art Ekman, David Bailey, Davey Coombs bringing you the action as Travis Pastrana inches closer to the points lead here in the final race of the year. Stefan Roncada is still back in third place with Pastrana in first and a long way away from Stefan. Here's Brandon Jesselman. He's between the two.
He's starting to close up again. These kind of just depends, I think, on a mistake or two that these riders make each lap. Both running about the same pace. I think Brendan's trying to follow all the lines of Travis. These guys ride pretty similar.
On a Suzuki now, but Brandon Jesselman is moving teams next season. He'll be joining Mike Larocco going to Amsoil Honda next year. That ought to be an interesting situation. Jesselman is a good catch. He just needs experience and maturity to blossom into a contender, many believe. Right now, Plano Honda's Ivan Tedesco is getting his share of Split Fire Pro Circuit riders. Nick Way, number 23, and number 24, Nathan Ramsey. The battle is on, a three-way battle for fifth.
What I like about Tedesco is the fact that he's gotten great starts. He's up there running with the big boys, and he doesn't seem flustered much. He doesn't change his lines all that much. He's just riding his own race. Usually you don't see that from a guy that doesn't get these kind of starts and run with these guys very often.
Especially with a zip code number like he's got.
See how he handles his whoops. Not bad.
Nice. A good wheelie and then well timed on the jump. Tedesco doing a good job holding those veteran type riders in back of it. Veteran as far as the 125 ranks are concerned.
See if you can do it the whole moto. It usually starts to wear on you after a while, and you can handle the pressure for 2 or 3 laps. But you think about 15 more minutes of racing with these guys breathing down your neck, that gets a little overwhelming.
As you see, Roncada still in third, has a long way to go to catch up with Jesselman. That could mean a tremendous advantage for the leader, Pastrana. Oh, what a great move by Nick Way. Now it's bar to bar as they come down the hill. Nick Way moves into 5th place.
That's just beautiful. When he comes up the hill, he knows that if he can jump to the inside, those doubles are closer together. He's able to clear them all and make the pass.
We go back to our leader now, Travis Pastrana.
He's done everything right today. I haven't seen him make one mistake. He's hit every line. He's making new lines. He gets the white flag, and perfect all the way.
Does this set the scene for a great second moto showdown? If they stay in the similar positions, Travis Pastrana in first and Roncada in third, that would mean Roncada has only a 1-point lead.
Whoever beats who in the final moto is the champion. That's what you want it to come down to, and that's what it looks like we're going to get.
Many fans remember 1995 coming right down to this same track when Ryan Hughes and Steve Lamson were tied going into the last moto. And of course, Steve Lamson pulled that one out by winning the last moto, and Ryan Hughes, what a visual effect that was of him having to push his bike over the finish line after his chain broke. Let's go to Davey.
Roger, this one looks like it came right out of the playbook. Your guy got out front. His teammates in second. Going the last moto, it's going to be 1 point.
Yeah, you know, it's not done yet, but everything started out perfect for us. You know, the way it started and all that, and I hope everything stays this way.
Are you giving Travis any signals at all, or are you just taking times?
No, we just let him know his position, and you know, everything is going fine. So I don't want to give him too much information now.
I know you won 5 world championships, a few Trans Am championships. What are you going to tell your rider between the Moto about winning a championship in the last race?
Just, you know, not think so much about the championship, just ride his race like he can ride. You know, he has the ability, and he doesn't mess up, you know, and we have done that bad luck, no mechanicals or anything like that. It should be his.
Just think, this will be your 2nd championship, because you already got that X Games championship.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's another story, but it made him happy to do it, and, you know, everything turned out fine.
Roger sounds a little nervous to me, Art.
I wonder why.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. And I'll tell you what, he's going to go over and give Jessamine a big pat on the back. He's done a fine job to hold Roncada back there one more place.
Final lap. Let's do a few tricks. Travis Pastrana. And you know, he's done so well with the freestyle jumping during this period of time that he's been just outstanding competition-wise. It's almost like it was lifting a burden off his mind.
Yeah, that seemed to ignite something in him a little while back, as he's won everything since. And it was a big risk to send him out there, especially trying backflips and things. It all turned out right. Travis seems to know what he's doing, and I think he has everyone's trust in him.
As he comes up the hill, the checkers are waving, and this is his 9th Moto win of the year. That ties him with Roncada for Moto wins. Moto wins the deciding factor in case of a tie in points. Roncada. Boy, you talk about pressure now in the 2nd Moto. He's had such a tough time of it in the last 2 races. And now, losing the 1st Moto, takes his goggles off gingerly as he rides slowly for a 3rd place finish. Travis Pastrana, Brandon Jessamine with a great race, and Stefan Roncada in 3rd.